Welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be making Super Mario using polymer clay. These are the materials I'm using for this creation. For this creation, I'm using Papa's Clay polymer clay. I'm using aluminum wire, paper towel, and aluminum foil. And these are some of the sculpting tools that I have. This is my Papa's Clay drawer. I'm getting additional colors for the creation. And this is my editing station. I'm currently working on the video thumbnails. Let's start creating Super Mario using polymer clay. To start, I'm using this Mario drawing that I found on the internet to try to get the right proportions. I'm marking where the armature will go. I'm going to start making the head first. For the head armature, I'm using a small ball of aluminum foil. And I'm going to stick this piece of wood into the ball to hold the head with the body. I'm covering the head armature with masking tape. And then I'm going to be covering it with clay. For the head, I'm going to be using light flesh color clay. This clay requires conditioning. To do this, I cut it up in thin layers and then I start conditioning the crumbles with my fingers until it blends in. Then I'm flattening it up using the pasta machine. I'm covering the head armature and I'm doing it as round as possible at the beginning. Then I'm adding more clay to create the face proportions. I'm using the sculpting tool. I'm creating the proportions, the mouth, the cheeks, and the eyes. I just did a quick bake of the face and now I'm adding the red part of the mouth using a small snake of clay and removing the excess of clay using the X-Acto knife. Now I'm creating the mustache using a small piece of black clay. I'm adding it to the face and cutting the excess of clay, creating the shape for the mustache. Later on, I'm planning to add more black clay to create the hair details of the mustache. Now I'm creating the nose using a small ball of clay. As you can see here, I added more clay to the face, trying to create all the proportions of the head. I'm trying to fix the proportion of the head right now. It's a little bit too much, but I will keep removing the excess of clay and trying to fix it. Now I'm using clay softening oil to smooth the clay and get rid of any imperfections from when I was removing the excess of clay. And it's getting ready for another bake. Now I'm adding the eyes, starting with a small ball of white clay and removing the excess of clay. And now I'm creating the other eye details, starting with the blue part of the eyes. And to finish the eyes, the black and white details. And to finish with the face, I'm doing the eyebrows and then I'm going to do another bake. And now I'm going to be adding the hair using brown clay, and once I finish the hair, I'm doing another bake. Do you like how it's going? Let me know in the comments what do you think of the figure, and hit the like button so YouTube can recommend this to other people. Now I'm going to be working on the hat using red clay. Have you seen the Mario movie? Let me know what you think of it. We went to watch it the day of the premiere and we love it. Now I'm doing the white part for the Mario symbol and then I'm doing another bake. Now I'm going to be retouching all the white details. White always get dirty with things from everywhere, so I'm just retouching the white details. Now Mario is getting a nose job. I'm going to be carving the nose because it was a little bit bigger than it was supposed to be. Now I'm creating the Mario logo on top of the hat using a little pieces of red clay. And the logo is done. Let me know in the comments what do you think of it. And now I'm going to be creating the teeth using a small snake of white clay. Here I decided that I wanted to go with the realistic details like the movie version. I'm adding the hair details for the mustache and I like how it looks, so I'm doing it for the whole figure. I think we're done with the head. Now let's work on the body. For the body armature, I'm using aluminum wire, aluminum foil, and masking tape. First, I'm creating a ball shape for the body using aluminum foil and covering it up with masking tape. I'm making sure the body can hold the wood stick for the head. And now I'm creating the shirt body using a thin layer of red polymer clay. Now I'm going to be creating the arms for the shirt, creating a snake of red clay. I'm making a hole on the middle of the snake of clay so it is easier to insert in the armature. I'm using the rubber sculpting tool to blend the clay. And now I'm going to be creating the pants, starting with a thick snake of blue clay. And now I'm adding a piece of blue clay to create the overalls. Here I'm adding something that is missing on the Mario movie. Do you know what it is? Now I'm adding a little bit of cornstarch so it won't stick on my fingers. Now I'm adding some details to the overalls. And now I'm going to be creating the shoes using brown clay. I'm removing the excess of clay using the X-Acto knife. And now I'm going to be creating the gloves using white polymer clay. Now I'm creating the overalls buttons using yellow clay. And now I'm going to be carving some of the glove details and also adding some additional details using white clay. I'm creating a white snake of clay for the gloves details. And now I'm going to be adding some of the shoes details using caramel color clay. Now I'm adding some of the pants detail where the pants touch the shoes. Now I'm adding the pockets to the overall. Now I'm adding additional details to the gloves. I'm going to be painting the gloves since the white polymer clay gets dirty very easily. Now let's paint some additional details to the overalls using blue paint. Finish, I'm going to add more details to the shoes. I'm creating the shoelaces using a brown snake of clay. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Check out my other Mario Brothers creations on the channel.